Hi, church family. This devotional is going to be called Irreducible Complexity. I know that's compelling, right? But bear with me. One of the simplest things we can do when we're evangelizing to other people, telling them about the gospel and such, is to use science to our advantage, because if people don't respect the Bible, they say they respect science. So I'd like to get into that a little bit. I'm going to read some excerpts from Psalm 139 just because I like it, and a good chunk of what I'm going to read to you is very pertinent to what we're talking about. Verse 1, You have searched me, Lord, and you know me. You know when I sit and when I rise. You perceive my thoughts from afar. You discern my going out and my lying down. You are familiar with all my ways. Verse 7, Where can I go from your spirit? Where can I flee from your presence? If I go up to heaven, you are there. If I'm in my bed in the depths, you are there. If I rise on the wings of the dawn, if I settle on the far side of the sea, I can't get away. You're everywhere. And now the pertinent verses here, starting in 13. For you created my innermost being. You knit me together in my mother's womb. I praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Your works are wonderful. I know that full well. Amen. So, let's talk about that a little bit. Do you know when Darwin first started talking about evolution, his idea of a cell was ridiculous. I mean, basically it'd be a circle with a couple of little doodads in it, and that's what he thought it was. It's not. Look up what a cell really is. One single cell is actually like a metropolis. It's a factory. It's got so much complexity. It's insane. And here's another one, okay, besides the cell, which you could definitely show that to someone. Let's stick to the cell for a second. Anybody who thought that what is contained within a cell, a human cell, just got thrown together by accident is plain ignorant. You don't want to say that to a person, but the simple truth is there is so much complexity in there in order to make that cell work. And it all had to be there to make the cell work. That's why it's called irreducible complexity. You can't reduce it down to any less than what it is, because what it is had to be created at one time. It didn't evolve. It didn't evolve from that simple empty circle that Darwin thought about. It was created to be what it is. Look one up and you'll see it. The next thing I want to point out is your DNA. If your encoded DNA were printed out, it would fill an entire set of encyclopedias, maybe more. And that's just you. Just you. Again, you need all of you at one time here, okay? It can't just poof. Here we are. That's the only thing that works, right? We didn't evolve over time. The eye. The eye is maybe the most complex thing in your body. There are so many pieces to your eye. Look up your eye. Look up the components of your eye. Check it out on the internet. Take any one of those things away and the eye wouldn't work. It just wouldn't work. So again, these things didn't evolve over a long period of time. The simple truth is, you know, when you look at stuff like the complexity of our body, look at my watch here. Okay, this is a little dive watch. It's not that expensive, but what does this watch tell you besides maybe you're questioning my taste in watches? Someone made it. This just didn't happen by accident. If you were to take this apart and throw all its components in a box and put it in some kind of shaker for 1,000 years, when you open it up, you're not going to get a watch. All those pieces aren't going to randomly come back together and make this watch. You know what you're going to have? metal dust, because it would have worn every part down smooth. There's nothing there. This was made by a maker who had an idea in their mind about what they wanted it to be, and they made it. And here it is, and it screams, I was created. And your being here, your existence screams a creator. Use this information in your discussion with people who are wondering whether or not there's actually a creator God. This will go far in your conversation, and this stuff, it's irrefutable. It's science, okay? Outside of the beautiful phrases I read you out of the Bible, this stuff is just science. This isn't in the Bible. And the people who worship evolution worship science. Have a good day.